Imagine waking up one morning to a message that sounds too outrageous to be true. I'll pay you to do nothing. No tasks, no meetings, no endless to-do lists, just the simple act of showing up and existing. It might sound like something out of a fantasy, but for Shoji Morimoto, it's his entire livelihood. Today, we're diving deep into the astonishing story of a man who has flipped the script on work culture and made a career out of doing absolutely nothing. Shoji's journey began, like any of ours might have, a monotonous cycle of waking up, commuting, and punching the clock at a traditional job. He worked at a publishing company where every day felt like a repeat of the last. Despite having a stable career, he couldn't shake the feeling that there had to be more to life than the daily grind. You see, Shoji wasn't lazy. He simply questioned the need to be constantly busy. In a society that worships productivity, he found himself wondering, what if there was a way to earn a living without the hustle? One evening after another exhausting day, that thought took shape. What if I could just be, he mused. And with that, he took a leap of faith. Instead of chasing yet another conventional job, he posted an ad online. A bold, daring statement that read, "I offer myself for rent as a person who does nothing. If you need someone to just be there, I'm available." With a click of a button, he set in motion a chain of events that would change his life. The first inquiry arrived almost immediately. A woman who confessed that she felt painfully self-conscious, dining alone, reached out. She didn't need conversation or advice. She just wanted someone to share her table and break the silence. It was a simple request, yet it was revolutionary. Shoji met her at a quiet little restaurant, sat down, and for the duration of the meal, he was there. Quiet, respectful, and entirely present. When the meal ended, she thanked him and paid him for his time. In that moment, Shoji realized that by doing nothing at all, he had provided something incredibly valuable: genuine, non-judgmental company. As word of his unconventional service spread, requests started pouring in like never before. People from all walks of life sought him out. A man on the brink of a messy divorce wanted someone to silently sit by his side while he completed legal paperwork. A shy individual, battling social anxiety, hired him to accompany them while practicing a speech. Even a lonely retiree found solace in having someone just to share the quiet moments of the day. And then there were the oddest of requests. A stranger once even paid him to simply wave goodbye at a busy train station, so they wouldn't feel entirely abandoned. It turns out that in today's hyper-connected yet strangely isolating world, many of us are desperate for a kind of interaction that doesn't demand anything in return. We're also used to conversations that come with expectations, smiles that require reciprocation, nods that demand attention. But sometimes you just want someone to be there. That's the magic behind Shoji's work. He isn't offering deep advice or heartfelt conversation. He's providing the rare gift of presence, a moment of stillness in an otherwise hectic world. Now let's talk numbers. Shoji initially offered his time for free, but as his calendar began to fill with bookings, he set a modest fee of $85 per session. What might seem like a small amount quickly added up. On busy days, he could book 2 or 3 sessions, raking in over $250 a day. By the end of the month, his earnings soared past an impressive $7,500. Imagine that, earning more than many traditional office workers without having to deal with stressful deadlines or the daily hustle of the modern workplace. Of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing. Not every request was a walk in the park. Some sessions brought moments of deep emotion and unexpected vulnerability. One client, overwhelmed by loneliness, chose Shoji as a silent confidant while they poured out their deepest secrets. Another person, haunted by painful memories, simply needed someone to sit by their bed as they drifted off to sleep. There were times when the requests bordered on the surreal, instances that made Shoji realize he needed to establish clear boundaries. No physical contact, no illegal activities, and absolutely no situations that made him feel unsafe. Even in a job that, on the surface, appears to be about doing nothing, a framework of respect and boundaries is essential. What makes this story truly remarkable is not just the unusual nature of Shoji's work, but the insight it provides into our modern lives. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with demands to be productive, his story challenges us to reconsider the value of simply being. His work isn't about evading responsibility, it's about offering a different kind of service, a service that meets an often overlooked need for calm and unspoken support. Shoji Morimoto has become more than just a man who gets paid to do nothing. He's become a symbol of resistance against the relentless pace of modern life. As we reflect on his journey, one can't help but ask, could this work for you? Is there a part of you that craves a break from the pressure of constant performance? In a world where the norm is to always be on, perhaps there is untapped value in learning to simply be. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to think about what this story means for each of us. It challenges the idea that worth is measured solely by how busy we are. Sometimes it's not about the hustle, it's about finding peace in our presence, both for ourselves and for others. If you found Shoji's story as fascinating as we do, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing stories about unconventional jobs and surprising ways people are redefining success. Your support helps us bring you more incredible content every week. And now I'd love to hear from you. What do you think about the idea of getting paid to do nothing? Do you believe that sometimes just being present is the most valuable service of all? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's start a conversation. Remember, sometimes the most extraordinary jobs are the ones that challenge our ideas of what work really means. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the weird and wonderful ways life can surprise us.